Thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha, and this is your Halacha for Tisha B'Av 2014. May it be the last time that we celebrate this outside of Yerushalayim. Okay, now you noticed already at the beginning of the halacha that I did not say hello to you, and that's how it's supposed to be throughout the day of Tisha B'Av. And if someone does mistakenly say hello to you, as we've said earlier, don't embarrass him. Just give him a somber nod so he'll realize that, oh, we're not talking. We're not saying big hellos on the day of Tisha B'Av. Remember, as I've told you before, to spend the entire day as much as possible involved in the davening, the kinos, the listening to the explanations of the keynotes, reading about Tisha B'Av, but you're not supposed to spend it idly playing with video games or Facebook or any of those kinds of things. Sorry to to be kind of mean, but this is a day that we're supposed to focus on what we're supposed to focus on, which is really doing tshuva, repenting, and trying to bring the Jewish people closer together. I would suggest that everything that's going on in Israel should help us feel like we're all coming together because we need each other's prayer at times like this. I also want to remind you of things that you'll need to know just as the fast ends. Don't know what time of the day you're hearing this, but when the fast ends, that doesn't mean that all of the stuff is instantly lifted. You see, the beginning of the burning of the Beis Hamikdash started on the 9th of Av, but it actually burned a lot on the 10th of Av. And there were rabbis who used to fast on the 9th and the 10th way back at the time of the Gemara. We don't do that anymore, but you should just know that a lot of the catastrophe happened on the 10th. We just designated the 9th as the day to remember this tragedy because when the burning began, we believe that's when the tragedy is marked. Okay, so but because of all that, that means that as the fast ends on Tuesday night, you may start eating after nightfall, but music and haircuts and regular bathing and all the fun things, including laundry, all of that stuff is not supposed to start until after Chatzos, the middle of the day on Wednesday. The middle of the day in the Baltimore area is somewhere between 1:10 and 1:15, and that's how it's going to be in a lot of cities, although it will vary mildly. But after that time, then you can go back all until your regular halachas of regular stuff. In tomorrow's law, I'm actually going to tell you that there are some sad things that we still keep with us every day of the entire year because of the destruction of the temple. But the heightened ones that we've been keeping throughout the 9 days, they are all still in effect until midday on Wednesday. Have a very meaningful fast, just in case you're hearing this in the middle of the fast. Eat slowly if you're just beginning to eat. And remember, if you're hearing this at night, just after the fast, that all of the laws of the 9 days are still in effect until the middle of the day on Wednesday. Might I just add one last important thing? If you're hearing this in the morning, if you have a choice of saying a lot of keynotes that you don't understand, or few that you will read the translation of and understand, it's better to read fewer and understand them more than to just read and not understand anything that you're reading. And for that reason, a lot of shuls will have explanatory keynotes where they read only fewer of them and explain them a lot. And if you're hearing this before the keynotes, I recommend that you go to one of those so that you can understand what you're doing instead of just reading and not understanding. And if you're all on your own somewhere, please read them out of a good translated keynotes book so that you can understand what it is that you're reading. Everybody, at whatever time you're hearing this, hope you will or hope you did have a meaningful fast, and log on again tomorrow for more.